All right, everyone, this is it. It's Friday night, so you know what that means. It is time for AEW Rampage. We are live for the main show, the buy-in. I did not have time to watch. I was working. I just got off, but I'm here for the main show. I'm here for you. So leave comments. I want to hear what you thought of the buy-in. A lot of great matches on there as Captain Marvel finishes up right here on TNT. That is how I'm watching it. We are gearing up for one hell of a Rampage. The war is starting. All right, billionaires are spending money. They are buying up ad spaces so they can go ad-free tonight. SmackDown, Rampage, YouTube. It is one hell of a show. Let's run down the card really quick. Again, this is Rampage right here. Thank you for joining us. West Coast Pop, I am Zach. Pleasure to have you with us. Leave comments because I answer them, baby. We got great matches tonight. We have Dan Lambert and his goons facing the Inner Circle. We have Punk taking on Matt Seidel, and one I'm really looking forward to, Ruby Soho versus the Bunny. Love Ruby Soho. Again, if you watched the buy-in, let me know what you thought of Bobby Fish and Lee Moriarty. Knock from the channel is a huge fan of Lee Moriarty. And Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki. That one sounds brutal. And of course, just added Santana Garrett in her, I think, third match in AEW facing Tay Conti. Great addition to the buy-in. I'm excited. Let me know what you're excited for. This is Rampage. Captain Marvel just finishing up right now with the whole song. What do you guys think of Captain Marvel? Did you like it? I thought it was fine. It could have been a little bit better. They could have picked better songs. All right, TNT. Let me know what you think too. So Knock is saying right now the live stream of the buy-in is at around 100K. So that's pretty good. You guys think this should have been put right on TNT, the buy-in? I'm going to watch this after. So let me know what you thought of the buy-in. Here we go, Rampage. Yeah, tonight, SmackDown 2. I will watch that after I watch AEW. And after SmackDown, I will be watching Ring of Honor. We got a lot going on the channel, too. Check it out. We got a lot of videos that you can check out, a lot of fun ones. I did a fun mock draft video, just kind of making fun of the WWE draft. Eric's got a nice Hangman Page video on there. Get ready for him versus Omega. I think he's taking the title. Knock has a really cool Malachi Black video on there that I think you'll like. Just fun stuff on the channel. A lot of cool stuff. And a video I call Pop Talk on there where I go over everything, pop culture, books, TVs, comics, movies, fun stuff. And if you'd like me to cover anything, let me know. I'll do in the next one. All right. We are kicking it off. Put this on mute, copyright reasons. CM Punk coming out first. Looks like him and Matt Seidel is going to be the first match. Who do you think is going to win? Are you pumped up for this one? Has Punk been living up to expectations? Matt Seidel in AEW has been okay. Not going to give him too much praise, even though I know he can do a lot more than he's been doing, but still good stuff. So this is our first matchup tonight. Punk, what time is it? Yeah. It's clobbering time. The Thing, Fantastic Four. Who's here with us? Prime Time. Prime Time. Good to have you. How you doing, buddy? He says they should have been on TV. Why doesn't TNT help them? It's a war, right? I agree with you. So the thing is, Prime Time. I still don't think they believe in it as much. I don't. Captain Marvel is free on streaming. It can be cut down commercial-wise too and edited. So this could have been added on. Yeah, going solo today. The guys are busy. Eric is hard at work. He gets off right after this. Question marks. Yep. And last year from Prime Time, while Punk and Cult of Personality plays. Highlight of my day right here. I know you are still a small channel, but I really appreciate the commentary while I watch. I don't have anyone else to watch with. I'm here with you, Prime Time. It's me and you. You know what else we're going to do, Prime Time? During the commercial break? Commercials. Only for the second half here. Oh, Matt Seidel's already out. No music for Matt. All right. Oh, Punk got the music. You know what else we're going to do during the commercial breaks, though? We're going back in time with Nintendo Power. I'm going to give the wrestling magazines a rest for a week, and we are doing this issue right here, September 1993. Super Mario All-Stars debuted on the Super Nintendo. So we're going to breeze through this magazine really quick because we won't have much time. All right, here we go. It's time for the match. Still playing the music. Got the remix on there. They showed the Seidel entrance on the buy-in. Again, just got off work, so I had to jump on here for you guys. buy-in. That's good that he got that. It's a nice lead up. It's kind of like Captain Marvel ended. It leads up into the next movie. Not a bad touch. Is the music still playing? Is it going to play? No. Okay. Here we go. This could be fun. Punk with the trunks tonight. He alters between that and the pants. Which one do you guys like better? Also, Eric pointed this out to me. I don't want to diminish the title at all, but if you look at the new TBS title, if you look at it maybe with a little blurred eyes or from a distance, it says hose. The TBS logo isn't differentiated enough. So maybe we could take like a Sharpie and go over that so we know it says TBS. Primetime Roman and Brock contract sign is tonight during Rampage opening. Do you think that's smart? I don't think it is. We all know how contract signings go. Nothing really surprising, I don't think, but it gives the crowd something nice. If you are watching SmackDown, let us know how it is. Don't spoil, please. I like to be surprised. But yeah, again, I'll be watching the buy-in after this. We'll be watching SmackDown after that and ROH. That's how I end my nights on Friday. I think someone with good basic wrestling moves is good for Punk right now. You know, almost like retraining him. You start with the basics, and then he can go up to. I mean, you got a high flyer, Matt Seidel, but I think someone like. I mean, if you put him against the Lucha Brothers, you know, he needs time to work up to that. Let me know too. Did anyone subscribe to this magazine when they were younger? Is there anyone young enough to have subscribed to this magazine? This is kind of like this is when the Nintendo system was winding down. Super Nintendo was big, and they were promoting a lot of Game Boy stuff in here. So before it was just Nintendo, but now Super Nintendo and Game Boy were taking over. Good stuff. Who do we all have on commentary here? Also, do you guys do you like what's going on right now? I'm digging it. I love it. Billionaires throwing money at advertisers to take up their spots to better one another's show. Vince says AEW doesn't really matter to them. It matters. Tony Khan being very cocky. I feel like he's half in heel character and half actual Tony Khan. He needs to lay off the decaf. He needs to switch to decaf though before he does press conferences. You guys catch the Jaguars photo of Tony Khan holding his notes with the spoilers for Full Gear. They look pretty legit in my opinion, and one of those is what was it, Punk versus, oh my god, I'm blanking. Whatever. But the one that I kind of am looking forward to, as we all know, Hangman and Omega is going to be the main event of Full Gear, is on that scratch piece of paper there. It was Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. I think that'll be a fun one, and I think it's a nice, I don't want to say blow off, but it's a nice way to get Bryan away from the Elite. Black Gallic 2, how you doing, man? What's up? Tony Khan is the GOAT, he says. He's fantastic. He's a troll. He knows how to troll the internet. Vince doesn't know what the internet is yet. He still stockpiles AOL discs. There you go. Yeah, Showboat. You got it, Matt. Still, the coolest thing of his career was that RKO when he did the flip, man. That was so good. That took two people to do. So I don't know if you guys are aware. So of course, Dynamite's on tomorrow night. Did they tape Dynamite before this Rampage, or are they taping it after? Do you know the taping schedule for this weekend? Just curious to see how the crowd differs from night to night. Also, the buy-in was obviously just filmed before this, so was Dynamite filmed before that? Where is this arena too? Black Gallic 2 with $1 million question. Do you believe Bray Wyatt is coming soon? He tweeted he's going to feed his birdies today. Tony Khan said he hasn't spoken to Bray really, so, but then again, you called him the GOAT. He is a huge troll. He knows what he's doing on the internet. He could be texting or in a group chat with him, as far as we know. The last week, the Halloween week leading up to that, I think that is when his 90 days are up. So, also Black Alec, what do you think he means by birds? Dynamite is live, I believe. That's good. I want to see more live wrestling. Pre-taped is bad. Live WWE is bad because they fill in with canned noises. And you can tell. There's a war going on that I want to talk about. And I just want to, in the Marvel Universe, as Captain Marvel finished up, in there, one of the big things that they got rid of were Stark Industry weapons, because they were used for wars and everything else. So I want to relate that, since TNT just played that, into what's going on today in wrestling. We need to get rid of some weapons that are just fueling wars right now. And those weapons are Jordans. Jordans have to go. I don't know if you've been aware of this, but Top Dollar, Not Nada, and the Young Bucks going back and forth. Top Dollar released a diss track. Not that bad. He went soft. He didn't go too hard. But then again, you got to save your ammunition. So what are your thoughts on that, man? All over Jordans. Air Percy Carter, thanks for joining. Good match so far. It is solid wrestling. I'm flipping channels, kind of exciting. It is Air Percy. This is Old Monday Night. This is so excellent. I'm glad you're doing that. That makes me very happy. What's up, West Coast Pop? Love having you guys in here. Black Alec, I'm skipping SmackDown. You're not going to watch it at all? You can watch it later, maybe? Are you 100% skipping it? Top Dollar releases diss track and Young Bucks update their bio. What did they update it to, Black Alec? Yes, they are. Let me know what Young Bucks changed their profile to. That's kind of funny. This Knock is a big fan of BTE. I absolutely hate that show. I think it's very whatever. It shows their creativity in acting. But this may get me to watch this week's Being the Elite. I like this. You think they'll get the Acclaimed in and start trying to do a diss track with them to get back at Top Dollar? If you get all of Hit Row, man. DVR, same here. Ooh, this is juicy. This is like what I want. I don't like people like I don't. Twitter is a world that just doesn't exist to me. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. But I like this when they're calling people out like this. Air Percy, the Acclaim for sure should fire back. I think so. And on this note, he doesn't have to have Tony Khan approve it. That's going to be fun. Ratings predictions. Ooh, what do you guys think? I will say 750,000. I think the buy-in was a big draw, but that's on YouTube. And again, Knox said that was up to, this is back when the start of this Rampage here, it was up to 100K. So we'll see what that pulls in worldwide, and while other countries wake up, 12 hours from now. Yeah, I will say 750,000 for it. The card is okay. What do you guys think for ratings? Young Bucks did wear fake shoes. He wasn't lying. Oh, shit. Man, see, I don't know these things. I'm not too hip on the Jordans. I'm probably about 5 years away from that New Balance life. Both shows should increase because of excitement, right? The thing is, getting my dusty on. The thing is, you see, is that FS1 is a channel that I had to go higher and higher and higher on my cable box to find, Daddy. And I don't think many people are going to do that and find SmackDown, if you will. Miami, it's for the look. I don't like it. Will Smith, poet. So this is where they normally go to commercial, picture to picture. No picture-in-picture in the first probably about half an hour, I think Knox said. Knox keeping me updated on what's going on. Black Alec, is it worth going commercial free, do you think? They do lose money. The ad revenues aren't what they used to be. It's like Super Bowl, sporting events like the NHL tonight and last night's Dodger game. Dodgers pulled it out. I think it's worth going commercial free for your main events. So they had a couple, especially the Blood and Guts, where they kept going to commercial when they shouldn't have, and it deflated the whole match while you're watching on TV. They do technically lose money if they go commercial free, but apparently these billionaires are paying for their spot, so they're giving the people their money back, basically. I appreciate that. One day I'm going to get a polka dot outfit, and I'm just going to be Dusty for a full episode. I'm not going to touch that Sapphire stuff, though. Prime time, it is a great opening match. It's good wrestling. That's why I like ROH so much. If you are able to watch ROH, please do. Please support them. I want to bring this up really quick because we're talking about ratings. Thank you for bringing that up. Impact did like 88,000, 80 some thousand. That's bad. Like that's bad for the awareness of Impact compared to like ROH, MLW, GCW, and so on. So if you want to support non-WWE products, you got to watch. You got to give them the ratings. You got to DVR. Yeah, that's not really good for Impact, especially coming up to Bound for Glory. Punk should reply to Roman. Good point. Roman Reigns. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. I think Roman's still in character doing that. Also, I hated when Punk debuted because when the Shield debuted. Maybe this is why I never liked the Shield. I didn't know if they were on Punk's side or like Heyman's or whose. It was such a poor debut. I just didn't like the Shield. Not a fan. But yeah, Punk should definitely reply, and I'm sure he will. Pipe bomb coming soon. Punk's busy today. He doesn't have time for all this stuff. They have their show planned out, and the YouTube stuff was a part of it. You don't want to take away from that. I say Dynamite. You give him the mic. Pipe bomb indeed. And you think Roman was serious and chose violence today? Oh, man. I hope so, because I like this kind of shit. I don't like the Wednesday night pillow fight. That wasn't a war. AEW clearly won that battle, but that wasn't a war. This is the stuff I want. I want Top Dollar. I want the Bucks. I want angry, pissy Roman. I want Punk to get even more pissier and full of himself. Well, not too much more. I like this match a lot for Punk because look at how he's sweating. You can do a ton of cardio. Eric and Knock, independent wrestlers. They have been training. They do stuff. The pandemic put a lot of stuff on hold for them. But as they've told me, in-ring shape is so different from gym shape and everything else you can do. If you have any questions for them, down at the bottom, West Coast Popcast, Sundays, 4 p.m. Pacific, right here on our YouTube channel. We just had a great guest on, SCW Steve from across the pond. It was, I think, midnight when we started on his side. Cool episode. Check it out. Check out his SCW YouTube channel, too. A lot of great stuff. And in honor of him, I'm having fish and chips for dinner. Seriously, like they're ready. How many people does this arena hold? They have I don't understand, like, a big arenas that have these huge walls instead of, like, space for things, for seating or whatnot. Black Alec Roman, to be honest, would whoop Punk. Roman is a big dude. Been to a couple live events with Roman, and he's the real deal. He is a big dude. Punk, though, seen Punk in person, and our last place that we worked, all three of us have seen him. There's the win, Punk. Punk's tall. Punk is about my height. He looks shorter on TV for some reason, but he's around that 6 foot mark. How do they recover after taking damage? Do they have any finishing moves? Yeah, the arena looks tiny to me. Maybe 8,000. All right, prime time. Sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know how they recover. I don't know how I used to recover back in the day. Kick back and read some Nintendo Power. We're going to go through this pretty quickly during the commercial breaks. We're going to have a lot of fun reminiscing Super Nintendo, Game Boy, and the end of the NES era right here. 1993, September issue. Almost 600 subs for you guys. Anything planned for milestones coming up? We have big things planned. We have fun things planned. I got something for the guys planned that they don't know. It's a very fun little game with a nice outcome. Shh, don't tell them. We have a guest, not this weekend, but the week after. Ella J. She is big into women's wrestling. She works on GAW TV, Grown Ass Women. That is with Victoria, Mickey James, and SoCal Val. You can check that out on their channel too. She's a part of that. She was at the last Mickey James's event for Empower. She was there helping out for that. She will be a guest on our show 1 week from Sunday. So we're excited for that. Am I the only one who doesn't care about American Top Team? No, I'm with you, buddy. Eh. Back and forth for me. Okay. And Empress Cardi, I'll be there live for your podcast this weekend. And last week was fun. Glad you had fun. Looking to bring more guests in. Try to diversify some things here and get some new point of views. We're on a commercial break. Let's jump in. Remind me, you guys, I will call this number and we'll see if it still works. We call the WWE number, the merchandise number. Last time Eric was on with me. This is the reissue of the NES. I did not like this design. I was glad I had mine beforehand. Table of contents. You can see what's coming at you. Super Nintendo, Game Boy, NES stuff, and some cool sections in there. Mailbag stuff. And then we go into a section on Final Fight 2. Wasn't a big Final Fight player. It goes through the levels. Kind of cool. You can see who the bosses are. Yeah, you guys into Final Fight 2? I was kind of miffed. But this is the game that came out at the time. This is the cover right here. Super Mario All-Stars. What they did was re-release the first 3 games on a Super Nintendo cartridge and then added the Lost Levels, which was initially supposed to be Super Mario Brothers 2. But they wanted something completely different, so they took a different game and turned that into Super Mario Brothers 2. You can look that up. It was a completely different game. But the Lost Levels, very cool. The Lost Levels was basically another version of Super Mario Brothers. So nothing crazy. You can see right here, they list off what's in the Lost Levels, and they even give you level rundown, little maps here. Why? Because the internet did not exist. They go through a lot of stuff here, a lot of levels. This is what was great about the magazine. It helped you out. You didn't really have the internet, of course, and we are back. We'll jump on this back next. John Silver's talking. I could really care less about him. But then here they had a challenge too. They wanted you to do the challenge. You get to level 9 in the Lost Levels. You take a picture and you send it in, because getting to level 9 in the Lost Levels, you could not warp. There was no cheating. So that's kind of cool. Get you involved in Nintendo Power. Send your picture in. As a kid, it's very cool too, just to get involved in that. I really hate John Silver. Like, he's awful. Why? Because he rips off Chris Farley constantly. There we go. Gotta mute it. One of my favorite songs. Ruby Soho right here. There it is. She seems at home here, doesn't she? Let's go back to the chats here. Man, we'll be looking for you, Percy. We will be. No, I did not see Squid Games yet. I will get into that. I also have to watch Escape the Undertaker on Netflix as well. Oh, 4,000 calls per day. Jenny, 8675309. Primetime saw that. Ooh, most impactful games tournament. Which one? God of War 2018. I have it on the PS5. I just haven't played it yet. My most impactful game, Super Mario Brothers 1, just because having that in the home was incredible. Contra 3 was another one. I absolutely love that game. And I think maybe Street Fighter 2, just because that one I actually played in the arcade a lot, and you had to wait. It was like a pool hall. You put your quarters down, and you waited your turn. So once you lost, you're out. Lock up here, Ruby Soho and the bunny. Check out Ruby Soho. And out come the wolves, baby. She went off on the bunny. Bunny said something about her, and she made fun of how unoriginal, going from a wrestler to when her husband comes turned into a dominatrix bunny. Fun stuff. Mario's getting a new show, like a television show, like an actual live action. He's a Mario. When I grew up, we had the Mario Brothers show with Captain Lou Albano as Mario. And they had the cartoons in there and the Zelda cartoons as well. What are you guys' thoughts on the bunny? Is the bunny Barry Horowitz to you guys? I like SOCOM. Nice prime time. Yeah, so when I grew up, the Atari 2600 came out. So that's old time. Still have mine. Still have my NES too. You don't get rid of the greats. Ruby, Soho. This is a big issue, so I'm just going to kind of breeze through. Seventh Saga, never played it. Blackout with Chris Pratt. The bunny is crazy. I don't know if she pulls off the craziness for me. The late great Daphne. That was the best crazy. That was the best crazy in wrestling. Daphne was something special. What wasn't something special was this game right here. Rock and wrestling. Nothing says rock and roll like hair loss. Ooh, I don't know if I do that move. I don't know if I trust the other person enough to do that. That is head, that is neck, that is turnbuckle. That is a trust move. So every issue in the middle in Nintendo Power, they'd have a map, and on the other side of the map was a poster. So this is going to be the theme of the next one. Mortal Kombat, that is the next Nintendo Power. Guru fighting Johnny Cage. The Miz trying to do that. Did you guys see The Miz on Dancing with the Stars? I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but did you see the genie pic of him? Yeah. That's some scary shit. That's crazy, not the bunny. More action. We got a commercial break. Nestor's Adventures. Always a little comic in there. Nestor is their mascot of the time for Nintendo Power. So, I don't know what Nestor is supposed to be. Just some kid, I guess. Sports section here. Some boxing games. Scorpio Sky says he signed a 5-year contract recently. Do you think that's a good move or a bad move? I really don't like this Men of the Year stuff, to be honest. Bilal Junga, Zach, I'm catching up on the podcast show, and I saw you got drafted. Man, don't remind me. Come on, Junga. And that's Eric that drafted me too. I need new management next year. Yeah, what am I going to do? Get new management. I don't like being the one to watch Raw every Monday. Let's play the Feud instead, huh? Family Feud, Super Nintendo. So this and like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune were very hard to play because it's like, you know, when you have your Roku remote and you're trying to type stuff in, it's that for typing in your answers, and you have a timer. So it's very a big section on Wheel of Fortune. This was my favorite one as a kid. This is classified information. They give you tips. They tell you how to find one-ups, warp zones. They tell you how to get certain weapons. Street Fighter 2, how to do character profiles on controller 2, hold L and R, and you get, this is so hard for me to do, character profiles. And also, if anyone owned the game Cool World based on the movie, yeah, there's some insider stuff for you too. Not too many other real big games in this one. You got your Game Boy games coming in too, and you too can be a secret agent. A Star Fox comic in here, heavily promoting the Star Fox game. This was a big deal when it came out at the time. A lot of pages on there. And then for Game Boy, I never got into RPGs really as a kid, but Final Fantasy Legend 3. It's got all the maps and stuff in here. Again, this is what Nintendo Power was for at the time. Primetime, good move. I think he'll break out maybe. I hope so. I do. I'm not a hoarder though. I do have some stuff that is worth money. I have the first batch of Nintendo Powers. I have some very old video games that are hard to find, the actual cartridges. I used to have the books in the boxes too, but those got tossed. Very pissed about that. I got the NES Max or the NES Advantage controller still with the box. What emoji face is it? Can't see. I miss strategy guides that used to come in video games. They got lazier and lazier with box art and what they package in video games. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I used to love this stuff. Strategy guides were great. GameStop took the market on those and jacked the prices up on there. Felix the Cat for Game Boy. Yeah. Apparently you have a magic bag that turns into stuff. A pinball game for Game Boy. Not bad. Fun stuff. And this is another one too. Another section that was since the beginning. Counselor's Corner. You ask, real people respond with answers. And one of these is Super Ninja Boy. How do I defeat the clones? Shadow Man, Battletoads. In Ragnarok's world, where are the warp zones? So yeah, some fun stuff. This is how you got information. We're back to the match now. Ruby Soho coming in the ring. The bunny in control. Prime time right here in the chats. We used to get a whole packet and then it turned to a sheet and now it's nothing. Man, it was nice. Miss that. I used to have Game Informers, but that came with my bogus ass GameStop membership. Oh, I refused to get a GameStop membership, but Game Informer was fucking great too. That's how I got exposed to other consoles, really. I was basically a Nintendo guy. A sign-up form for this came in with Nintendo, so I get in on the ground floor of that. GameStop, not for the players. They lie. Oh, no. Primetime agrees. GameStop, You could bring in the new Battlefield game the day it comes out, and they'll give you like $20 in store credit, and then they'll charge $5 less than the brand new game for that exact game. GameStop is a joke. The runaway Ruby Soho. So glad she's in AEW. But then you guys think people like the bunny just become Barry Horowitz. There's a lot of people that we haven't seen in AEW because of the new people that have been coming up. I know we got the second show, but we got a lot of the same people on some of these shows. Yeah, Junga, all before YouTube. It is kind of nice to basically find anything you want. So I have an old, someone put an emulator on a disc inside an old PSP for me. So I have all the NES, SNES games, Genesis, Game Boy Advance games, Neo Geo, I think, and Turbo X, all in one thing. So it's nice. I can play anything anytime I want without plugging stuff in. But also it is nice to just go online, look something up really quick and figure it out. I traded in 3 games that were only a few months old, and they told me with a straight face is only worth $12.07. Motherfuckers. Fuck, I hate GameStop. I fucking hate them. PSP was underrated. I miss handhelds. I do too. I really like playing all these old games on a handheld like that. Oh, Ruby Soho picks up the win. Who'da thunk it? The bunny going crazy. She's going crazy for you right there. PSP was good. Man, I miss handhelds. Oh, and getting attacked by someone else we haven't seen on TV too much. Penelope Ford. That's a solid view or feud. The view's not bad either. You're gonna get the beat down here. Who comes out? Who comes out to save Ruby Soho? Who's got her? I can't wait for the big event where Rancid actually plays live for her. I'm just gonna mark the fuck out. Brass knucks again. I don't know, man. Good question, prime time. Any idea where Kip Sabian will make his return? You know what he's doing right now? This isn't a joke. He's been doing this lately. He sits outside the arena with a paper bag on his head, and he holds like fake like meet and greets kind of because now everyone knows who he is. Look it up. Kip Sabian sits outside on the street. Dante Martin versus Malachi Black. Also, does Ruby Soho need to be on the Full Gear card? I think you put, in my opinion, you put more AEW originals on the Full Gear card just to show good faith to everyone that has been there. Moxley versus Yuta tomorrow. You're right. Whoever said it was live tomorrow. Ruby Soho on the buy-in, I would say. We don't need a huge thing from her yet. We have the Brit bit. So she got her title shot. She can come back. In my opinion, if you will. Keep going through them. What if this isn't to work? Oh, there's the TBS title. Look, it says hose. It says hose. Can't unsee that now. Yeah, if this is actually like real life Kip Sabian, I feel bad for him. Oh, Andrade versus Pac 2. Next week. What? Oh, that's next. All right. All right, that was it. Ruby Soho takes the victory over the Bunny. Mark Henry getting us ready for the next match. Inner Circle, Men of the Year, and Junior Dos Santos. I don't really dig this. I don't really care. Here, Percy Cutter, yeah, he's fine. He's doing all right. Look at Chris and his little, I get to give you promo. It's all about me and not let the other guys speak. Remember when he came in with Jack Hager and he said the other company wouldn't let him speak? Dummy, you don't let him speak either, ever. Shit count. Oh, knock in the chats. Did anyone watch the greatness that was the buy-in? Let us know what you thought of the buy-in. I'll be watching it again right after this. Mark motherfucking Henry. I love him. Jumping in the chat real quick, Zach and the man. You are the man, Knock. Primetime watched it. Primetime is on it. Final stream count. There it is. That's pretty good. 170K, and it's going to grow. Other countries are still sleeping. All right, we're going to go back to 1993. Super Mario All-Stars on the cover. What else do we have come out? This was a big one. I have this on cartridge. Super Empire Strikes Back. The making of. So they show how they do some of the drawings for it. Nice segment on there. The game was still being made at the time. Here it is, the top 20. So this is the top 20, September 1993. Let me come back to this. What do you think the top 5 were? Top 5 are all Super Nintendo games. 1993, top 5. Let us know what you think some of those top 5 Super Nintendo games would be. So the top in these other ones, I'll show you really quick. Some of these have been out a long time. This is like all old. Zelda had been out for many, many years before this was out. And this is the Game Boy. Top of the charts here, September 1993. And then if you want to check those out, Mega Man 5, Tecmo Super Bowl is a great game. Top 20 right there. Brian Danielson and Suzuki beat each other up bad, man. I can't wait to watch it. That was a war. Ooh. You can see the pride on Brian's face. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, Knock, I really hope no one was too. Primetime says he hopes not too. All right. Let me know what you think. I'm going to come back to that because like I promised you guys, we're going to call this number. We're going to see if anyone is working at the Superpower Club at Nintendo. So let's get the old phone out here. All right. 1-800-255-3700. Let's see.
Hi, you've reached Nintendo. And even though we're closed right now, you can visit our website, support.nintendo.com, for help with troubleshooting, parental controls, order status, internet connections, and many other topics. You can also submit a help ticket for common issues at support.nintendo.com/contact us. If you want to stay on the line, we've pulled together a list of our most common questions and the easiest way to get that answer online. You may also call us back during normal business hours, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific, 7 days a week. For parental controls, press 1.
Nope.
For repair or Nintendo Online Store order status, press 2. For eShop or other digital orders, press
It worked.
To repeat
It still
menu,
works.
Press 8. To return to the previous menu, press star.
That's who we're talking to. It worked. Fuck yeah. It worked. Nintendo's still going strong. I love this. Oh, man, that's awesome. We got a hold of them, guys. All right. The Super Nintendo Top 20. There you go. Star Fox, so big at the time. Check it out. Those are the games. 1993, September. The top 20 in each system right there. Good time right there. All right. Mr. Ego is out. It is time for the Inner Circle versus the Men of the Year and Junior Dos Santos. Who do you guys got? I don't know. I don't know who I have. I don't know who I want to win. I don't know if I care for anybody to win. It is what it is. Let me know in the chat who you think is going to win. We'll watch the match, and I will come back to this magazine, of course. I think we have 1 or 2 more commercial breaks, and then we'll peruse through September 1993 Nintendo Power. Air Percy Carter, do you have a new magazine for every stream? I do. And if you watch past streams, you have to watch the whole thing. Just check out the beginning. I introduced them. So far, they've only been WWF magazines, old ones. Texas Tornadoes on the cover one, $1 Million Man. Tony Khan Answers. Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised too. Again, Eric and I called the WWF merchandise number. It hung up on us right away, but it was a Stanford number. Star Fox. I don't know, man. I don't know when they're coming out with a new one. Oh, let me mute that. I don't want Chris Jericho to sue me. Nintendo makes the games over and over, and when they have so much more. Yeah, they did a lot. Mario Kart or Donkey Kong Racing. I gotta say Mario Kart. Sorry. Yeah. Jenga, Mario Kart. Let's see what you guys have. Jump on PlayStation. Love it. Love PlayStation. Love my PS5. Do you guys care about Dan Lambert? I just don't. I don't care what anybody says. Paige Van Zandt is too nice of a person for wrestling. I know she's an MMA fighter, but it's just the acting. But then again, I did watch a little bit of her on Dancing with the Stars when she was on years ago. And she could pull it off. Maybe she's just having too much fun to hide it. The Infinity Champion and Just Us League rep Xbox One. Oh, so do they have to take theirs to the Best Buy recycling place then if they have PlayStations already, Eric? Is that to make them switch over? That's so cruel. They have to play boring games like Halo. Not could go either way. All right. Infinity Champ lost in the stars because he. I'm with you, Knock. Like, wasn't that Xbox controller like this big? It needed like 3 people to control. Big ass controller. I got big ass hands. Is he gonna talk during the whole match? Halo's the OG. I don't know why that game bored the hell out of me. I think the only Xbox game that really got me was Gears of War. Knock. Gloves are off. Yeah, I'm glad Scorpio Sky signed and he's happy there, but he needs better direction. This Men of the Year stuff just isn't it for me. But again, let us know what you thought of the buy-in in the chats and in the comments too. I'll come back and read the comments if you're watching this after we're doing this live here. Bryan Danielson versus Suzuki apparently was one hell of a bout. Hopefully both men survived. And Bobby Fish taking on the endorsed by Knock man himself, Lee Moriarty. Not going to speak highly enough about this man. So let us know what you thought about that match as well. And of course, just added was Santana Garrett in her 3rd match on AEW versus Ty Conti. So one hell of a buy-in. Good fun time. Jericho, if you ever watch live footage of him doing his shows, he does Paul Stanley. He does Bret Michaels stuff. He does Vince Neil stuff. We'd like to see some Chris Jericho stuff being done on stage. Game Pass. Game Pass is pretty damn decent. And now more endorsement for Lee Moriarty. Moriarty is an amazing wrestler, must watch, very technical. As an ROH guy, I love that. Anybody here going to watch ROH this week? How do you watch it? I watch it on our TV here. It comes on midnight, our time here. Friday nights. Some places it comes on Saturday, Sunday, and then online. So this should be good. I should be excited about Hager in this match. But I'm not because Jericho never lets him talk. I don't know who Hager is. And I know he's a big dude and he's got his wins in MMA, but I mean, it's wrestling. We need that little bit, we need something. Prime time. Wow, time flew by. I can't believe this week's stream is almost over. I know. Oh, and then you got to wait until Sunday. We all have to wait until Sunday to be together once again. Check it out. Again, we got on the scroll. If you haven't watched it, join us every Sunday. We do a full show. Me, Eric, Knock. It's a show. It's a great show. We talk about the week in wrestling, news and rumors. We have fun segments that you can play along live in the chats. We take your chats like this, and we do very good segments too that we try to get opinions on and get chatter, talk about. That's what we want to do. We want to talk about stuff in wrestling rather than be on that dumpster fire that is Twitter. People stay off Twitter. Engage in conversations. Knock and I and Eric, we disagree on a lot of stuff, but we're cool about it because we're level-headed and we understand what wrestling is. Knock, something has to happen in this match surprise-wise. Yeah. Lambert's fucking little titties flopping all over. Especially building to a feud at Full Gear. Who do you think they're going to do at Full Gear? Do you think it's going to be Inner Circle again versus Top Gear? Was that their name again? Forgot already. I just don't. I don't know. They're going to continue. So we're going to continue going back in September 1993, Nintendo Power. All right. Indiana Jones. Remember these guys? Movie tie-ins. I remember these and I miss them. And again, Let's show you the map in these. That's what's great about this. This is worth however much this was. How much was this? One issue is $350 US, $450 Canadian. So you got a lot of stuff on there. And then Cartoon Workshop, a worthless game from Tiny Toons. Tiny Toons did have some fun games, though. Nintendo and Super Nintendo. You can get some form of a scholarship. It probably continues after this, but you can fill out a form on Nintendo Power. Back issues you can order. Kind of cool. But yeah, you can win a scholarship courtesy of Mario is Missing. Another meh game. Okay, so look for these releases soon. Now playing Super Mario All-Stars. Again, the first 3 games with the original Super Mario Brothers 2. Those Super Mario All-Stars released on Super Nintendo. Terminator 2, the movie. If you ever played that one in the arcade, it's so much fun. Wing Commander, Super Off-Road Baja, Rock and Roll Racing, kind of a lot of the games that were covered in this issue. That's what we have coming out in September of the year. Super Slat Shop, Wayne's World, Wizard of Oz game, Yoshi's Safari. And basically these are the titles. Give you a rundown. Cool stuff. Again, let me know if you ever bought Nintendo Power. Thank you guys for letting me know you guys got Game Informer. I totally forgot about that magazine. Loved it. And then I guess this. I don't think this is in every issue because I really don't remember it. But challenges. They want you to do things. Challenges. Try to do it. Try to get these scores. Ooh, Dr. Mario, best scores. I love Dr. Mario. SimCity scores. Battletoads. See if you can beat that. All 9s. Kid Icarus. These scores are crazy. Good stuff right there. Last Night in Soho. I actually want to see that. And then Pack Watch. Here you can learn about new games that are coming out. And again, movie tie-in game right here. The Lawnmower Man. And then cool spot. That was the 7-Up mascot. And I used to have a game called Yo Noid. It was the Noid. He's now in Domino's commercials, but he was the Domino's mascot at the time. Very random NES game that was actually pretty fun. Inspector Gadget. Not too shabby. Mario and Wario. And for those who give a damn, Flintstones 2. Nearing the end of it right here. Next issue. Mortal Kombat, Super, Empire Strikes Back, and Lemmings. Lemmings is a fun game. And then here's some cards. Playing cards. Nintendo Power. And then at the end here, these are some players' guides you could get. That Zelda game for A Link to the Past. That is almost a necessity. I still have mine. It is almost a necessity. Again, if you're playing that game, if you beat it without, you are better than I am. We're back to the match, and that was Nintendo Power September 1993. All right, let's see where we're in the chats right here. Sammy Guevara versus Masvidal. Sorry, I can't speak. Would be huge. Again, I think I need to know who some of these top fighter guys are. Let's see for Masvidal, and they could, yeah, that's a good thing too. It's working both ways. I'm finding out about these guys. It helps them get more mainstream. Noxie's got a fight coming up. He doesn't see it happening. Yeah, but if they could, it could be down the line. Another Jericho main event. Yeah, I will say this. At least he's not on commentary because he is fucking terrible on commentary. Hopefully I'm not Jericho terrible for you. Primetime, do you like the celebrity crossover AEW has done? They've been fine. I think they can do better. They've been okay. Thanks, Percy. We got a lot more where those came from. Missed the old video games ones. Yeah, I got some old sports ones too. I got some old Sports Illustrated ones with Jordan on the cover. Ken Griffey Jr., my absolute favorite. Junga, does anyone remember the Mortal Kombat movie this year? Knock does, because that's his background still on our podcast. Tune in this Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the West Coast Pop Station, and watch our West Coast Popcast. It's a lot of fun, and you will see Knock supporting that movie in the background every episode since it came out. He loves that movie so much. I think he loves the sweater that the new guy wore, his bionic sweater that saved him. Tune in Sunday. Knock loved that new Mortal Kombat movie so much. Oh. Giving the spot to Hager. Junga, all you have to do is look up George Masvidal fastest KO, and you'll know why he became famous and mainstream. I will do that after the stream, before I watch the buy-in, before I watch SmackDown, and before I watch ROH, all tonight. It wasn't better than the original. No, Primetime, it was not. Annihilation, though, one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Terrible, terrible, terrible movie. That one was awful. I still have my original Mortal Kombat movie soundtrack on CD. Fight. I did like how they included that song in the movie too. Jericho going head to head with Scorpio Sky. Of course, in slow fashion. You guys think Jericho should take time off? I thought he was going to with his Save the World tour. But no, he's still here every week. And there's the walls. The walls are in. All right, here we go. Paige Van Zandt getting involved. What was that? Okay, so that's the guy I got to watch. All right. Primetime, I agree 100%. He should stop doing main events. He should stop calling main events on commentary. Scorpio Sky gets the win. That was much needed. Man. All right. Looks like we're going to get Dan Lambert for the... I think they're going to go past Full Gear with this. Primetime, a lot of other talent that could do it. Bryan Danielson could have requested the main event every week, but he didn't. He just wrestles. Amen, Primetime. Jericho just hogs the spotlight. Yes, he does. Yes, he does, unfortunately. But at least Scorpio Sky got the win. I'm happy about that. I still don't dig this at all, but MMA just isn't something I'm fully into. I was into UFC when it first started. I had the first 10 pay-per-views on VHS tapes. One of them was the worst ever. It was one of the, I think it was the last Ken Shamrock Dan Severn's match. They just rotated in the ring and swiped for I don't know how many rounds. It was one of the worst things you'll ever see. Look it up. I will look up Junga, what you said to look up, and please look up that one. That was so boring and terrible. Dan Severn's and Shamrock, I think number 3. Primetime, I have a question for you and your group. Did AEW help Jericho more, or did Jericho help AEW? Santana Ortiz out. Dead President's face paint. That is a question. I think they both helped out. And that is it. Okay. They're going to go full bore Inner Circle versus as many as they can with that group. Junga, UFC didn't get good skill-wise until 2010, and now it's high level. Before it was just people fighting. Yeah, I agree. Junga, I agree. And even look at the rules difference between now and then. And that is it. Hour flew by. That is it. I miss you guys. That was an hour. That was Rampage. Thank you so much for joining me for these streams. They're nice and quick, nice fun hour to spend with you guys. I really do enjoy these. Thank you for spending your Friday nights with me. I appreciate it. It's equal. He does bring a lot of eyes. Yeah, he does, Junga. Yeah, tune in this Sunday. You can see on the bottom, West Coast Podcast Sundays, every Sunday at 4 p.m. This week is going to be a fun show. Week after that, we have Ella J. She's going to be on, giving us some insight onto GAW, the show with SoCal Val, Victoria, Mickey James, and a whole lot more. And we got a bunch coming for you throughout the whole rest of the month of October. A lot of fun surprises for you. But that is AEW Rampage. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for going into the past with me. Thank you for your comments and everything else. And unfortunately, it is primetime, fastest hour in wrestling, but I have fun with you guys. Thank you. I'm Zach from West Coast Podcast. Join me, Eric, and Knock this Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, right back here. We'll have more fun together. But that is it for AEW Rampage.